We welcome to this standing ovation again. Hey, please, before that, I just spotted someone and I want to acknowledge the person in the building, Jasmine Amma. Jasmine Amma. You go come here, you. So, now, listen, Vanessa gave us some great insight, right? And our man here, if you are a Ghanaian, even if you're a foreigner, you should know him, right? Kwadwo Sheldon, aka Violence Minister. You see, I love what he does, right? And he does entertainment, but he's a comedic person also at heart. So he fuses the two, right? He's done a lot. One of the fastest growing YouTube channels in Ghana, and still growing. He grew to a point and lost the channel and had to go back and forth with YouTube to give him back the channel. Awesome lad right here, and I believe he's got a lot of things to share with us today. Remember the first thing he said, we are here to learn from each other. It doesn't matter whether he is over 200k subscribers or he's over 5 million views on the entire channel or something like that. No, that is not the case. It is about content creators. So he is here to learn from you as well as you learning from him. So without much ado, with applause here, let's welcome Kwadwo Sheldon. People, make me clap. Oh, this is Violence Minister right here. Okay.
Okay, so my name is Kwadwo Sheldon. I'm the founder of House of Content, a digital media platform responsible for creating branded content for brands and my personal platform. I became active on YouTube during the pandemic. I used to create skits on Instagram, but during the pandemic, I found out people wanted to consume long-form content on YouTube based on some survey I did. So I decided to stop doing skits on Instagram and concentrate on making short, long-form content on YouTube. Now, currently, I have 6 people I'm working with, fully employed, and those people are being paid from the YouTube revenue that I make. So make nobody sit here and tell you, say, YouTube doesn't pay. It actually pays a lot. So this is my story. Now, during the pandemic, I started doing reaction videos for music. So I would pick a song that is trending and I'll comment on it. And I was using my phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 or something like that. That is what I started creating long-form content on YouTube with. So with the people that come and ask you, yo, Sheldon, I am trying to start creating content on YouTube. What kind of camera? I don't have money, I don't have this and this and that. You don't need a Game of Thrones budget to shoot content in this country. Seriously, you need a phone. If the camera quality, if you can shoot 1080 on your phone, you are good to go. You need light and you need a space. That is all you need. So don't overthink the content creation stuff. You don't have to go and buy the canons and all those things if you don't have the budget. Start with what you can, start with your phone. I started editing my content about 10 minutes long content on my phone. Sometimes I use InShot, Viva Video. Of course, people were talking about the fact that the quality, they weren't feeling the quality and all those things. But you see, that didn't stop me, because even though I was shooting the content on my phone and editing it on my phone and putting it out there, I was getting 50,000 views. Like I was averaging 50,000 views on a very small channel. So what I had to do was to be consistent at it. And with me, when Vanessa was talking about consistency, I was happy. There are people here, they release their content like it's festival every year. They drop it like that. And sorry, it's sad. If you want to be a creator, unless you are doing it for fun, I always say you need to identify what you want to do with this thing. If you want to do it for fun, then you can be doing the once every year content releases. But if you want to choose this as a career path and you release content like you drop a video today, we will have to chase you for another video, then that is not what you're supposed to be doing. Stick to the 9 to 6 job. maybe that is where you want to, you will shine. Because content creation with me, consistency brought me here. And within a spirit of like 6 months, I was able to move from 10,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers. Because of consistency. Now, the consistency you will do now, it comes with people actually jamming your work. There are times you put out the content and people come like, no, this is not it. You have people trying to move to your content, tell you, say, nah, this thing that you are doing, it is not right. And they criticize whatever you put out there. But at the end of the day, if you know what you want to achieve, you will continue doing it. I was with a phone, I was putting out about 4 videos in a day. And I was editing it on my phone. Sometimes you come to my room and my eyes saw me red. You understand? But at that point, I needed to build audience. I needed to build my platform. I needed to build the numbers to get to this point. So if you're a YouTuber here and you don't have consistency on your chat, then please stop. Giant compared to my food here. So yes, you need to be consistent with what you do. Also, I have had conversations with a lot of creators, and it looks like they don't make data-driven decisions with their content. And that is something that is very bad. Now, when you go to your metrics, it is on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, you see a lot of information about how your content is performing. Now, there are people here, they've never even opened, all they check is the revenue. Yes, people only open the metrics to check their revenue, not look at where people are consuming their content from, the machines they are consuming their content from, the geographical locations and all those things. People don't do that. They open it and they are looking at the revenue. And if you don't make data-driven decisions with your content, that is going to be sad for you. With me, I know when you look at my metrics, I know the peak time for people to consume my content is around 6, 7, 8. So I will shoot the content, schedule it at that time to be posted, and go to sleep. By the time I wake up, the content has engaged itself. Because that is the time people are online to consume my content. So with this data and all those things, you would know about how your content is performing. I always tell people content creation is more than just posting the video and going to sleep. We all can do that. I can just drop video. But you see, when you are starting this, you need to understand a lot. It is an art that you need to study. You need to understand metrics, platform dynamics. There are content that will do well on Twitter. You post it on Facebook, for instance, it's not going to do well. And there are some content you pick on Twitter, you try to recreate it on your YouTube channel, it's not going to work. So you need to understand platform dynamics. You need to use data to make decisions when it comes to content. Know where people are consuming your content from. Know the machines they are consuming your content from. Because I found out a lot of people consume my content from television. So if I'm doing logo placement for my video, I would know how to place it. So that when they open the content on a wider screen, you wouldn't have your logo pushed somewhere. These are some of the things you need to do. And you see, when you open the data, everything is there. YouTube, they have structured it in such a way that when you open it, you know, okay, I have about 10% of my audience coming from the US, 40% from Ghana, this and that. It is there, very simple. You use that data to make data-driven decisions when you are creating the content, so that you don't suffer. And also with the tag words like this, the tag words and all those things. At the end of every month, YouTube will pull in your tag words for you, like the most searched tags and all those things. These are things you can use to make sure to optimize your search engine, optimize your search engine. So as a creator, as a YouTuber, you need to make data-driven decisions. You understand? With your content. Be deliberate at it, because if you don't do it that way, you will create a dope content, put it out there, you might post it at the wrong time, and the content will go out there and will not do well. That will discourage you. Because one thing where you invest is say you put all your resources into a video, put it out there, and the numbers that you were expecting for the video, that is the most discouraging thing on earth. It's like, why am I even doing this? So if you don't want those things to happen to you, try to deliberate attempt to make data-driven decisions with your content, and that would help you. Also, this is something important to me. There are creators out there that have content in their draft, and they don't want to post it because they are afraid of what maybe Kwadwo Watson from La Paz will say about the content. And that is the most pathetic thing you can do to yourself as a creator. Listen, I am one of the most abused creators in this country. But that know they deter me from creating content. I wake up and I put it. You see, when I used to do skit on Instagram, people said I wasn't funny. They were right. I wasn't. I had to find what would work for me. And if I listened to what people had to say about my craft, I wouldn't be standing here. I wouldn't have 6 people working for me, you understand? This is what you are supposed to do. People will come. They will come criticize. People will come and drop like the most demeaning comments in your comment section. And you see, as a creator, it depends on how you treat some of these things. You're not going to tell me that because someone is going to insult my head, I'm not supposed to post content. Really? Are you crazy? Nah. You will come and insult me, I'll find ways and means to monetize the insult that you are even throwing at me. And that is what I do. People compared me to all sorts of things, you understand? Like, Kwadwo Sheldon, you look like the character from Akalaokwe, you look like the character from Angry Bird or something, you look like Shrek, you look like this. I will compile everything and make money out of it. Yes. You don't let what people are saying in the comment section get to you. Because the fact that you are putting your work in the public, it is occupational hazard. They are supposed to come for you. And so if you are going to listen to what people are saying and say, I have content, but I'm afraid to post it because someone really, so I should forgo all the money I can make on YouTube because someone is going to say something demeaning about me in the comment section. Nah, it doesn't work that way. So you need to, and you see, there are some people out there, they don't have the mental fortitude to do all these things. If you put it out there and people move to you and you feel like talking to people and all those things, that will give you some form of closure. Feel free and do it. But personally, I feel like as a creator that you want to grow in the space that you are, you don't have to, please, not even one. If the comment is, constructive enough to help your work move forward in life, that is okay. But there are some people, they are agenda boys. There are people that are for violence. They will come for you. It is part of the job. That shouldn't deter you from posting content. Because if you don't post it, you are not going to get anything. So I've seen people like they are afraid of what people will say. Really? How? They can't do what? All they can do is to drop their comments, make fun of you, say whatever they have to say, and go and sleep. When they meet you in the real world, they can't even open their mouth. Why do you have to depend on that? Yeah. I've met people that made fun of me on Twitter, and they go like, yo, you want to take pictures of me? You are not doing that for me. So, as I said, if you want to listen to people and create content, see, you know the move. Create the content, fire the content, be consistent at it. And you see, at some point, you can. Right now, when I drop video, Kwadwo Sheldon, you have improved or you have done. Bro, about a month ago, you people were dragging me in the gutters. They will come, oh, your video quality, this and this and that. Because I didn't stop. When they said my video wasn't quality enough, I invested in camera. I invested in human resources. I had to bring in people on board to prove you that this space here, this is my career path. And I'm not going to let you tell me, say, because of one or two things, I'm going to, because if I leave YouTube, I'll be unemployed. Yes. And I don't want to be another statistic in the system like, bro, the government should give me work. No, I am creating job for the government. That is what I'm talking about. So, don't let anybody from any, if you don't know the person, don't listen to them. Because listen, it has gotten to a level where I am looking at expanding, going to other countries and all those things. I always tell people, if I listen to them, I wouldn't be here. I left OMG about 3 years ago. I've not worked for anyone. I've been able to make a living out of YouTube. And because of one comment, I should stop. Also, in the course of building audience, I always tell people, say, there are people, they will get the watch hours, they will get the 1,000 subscribers, and all of a sudden they want to monetize. They want to put money on the platform. Now, this is how content works. There's something called value proposition. That is what you provide to your audience. Now, the value proposition determines your return on investment, you understand? So your ROIs. Now, if you start with the content creation with money, I want to make money. First of all, yes, you can make money off YouTube, but you need to build audience. It's like jab, then you hook. That is something Gary Vee said. You need to build audience, you need to build eyeballs, you need to build a community, you need to own the space. So in a form, I mean, you can define that as an influencer or something like that. Because if you don't build the audience, if you don't build the space, if you don't build the authority, and you start your content creation journey with just the money, at some point you don't know what to do. You understand? So if your value proposition is the content, try to invest in the content. Put the content out there, let them enjoy the content. At some point, they will be hooked on your content. When you place about 30 ads in the video, they will wait for you to play before they continue. But when you start, you don't even know, you have not defined, you don't have any defined content, or you don't have a niche for yourself. You are just doing anything anyhow. But you want to put like 55 adverts on your video. You have thousands because you think that YouTube is all about money. Yes, me right now, it's all about money for me. But when you are starting, please, it's not about money. It's about building the platform. Build. Whenever I start a show, I want to own the space. I want to be an authority. Right now, when they release a song, they are looking for Kwadwo Sheldon to do a breakdown. When Manchester United then go to the Yawa, they are waiting for Kwadwo Sheldon to comment. When there's something trending on social media, they are waiting for Kwadwo Sheldon and build the authority. So when you withdraw the content, they have like withdrawal symptoms. Or syndrome, or whatever you could call it. When my account was terminated, I had calls from various quarters. They should tell people consume the content. They are hooked on the content. I didn't start by I identified my audience and fed them with the content consistently. And at some point, they were with me. Like, where they would watch the thing on YouTube, take a small part, and come and share it on their socials. And that has not even been activated on my platform. They were doing the social sharing for me. That is how you build the audience. So at some point, when you build the audience, you have the attention, you own the space, then you can think of what? Talking about money and all those things. But if you are starting, please, the sika thing, if you have 1,000 subscribers and the watch hour, please, you are going to go through the monetization process, okay? By the end of the day, you should concentrate, you should focus on what you want to give. Because if I come to your channel, I'm coming there to consume content, not to watch adverts on YouTube. If I wanted, I would listen to Peace FM. I'm not more advert, baby. I want to consume content. So what is your value proposition to your audience? When you identify that and you give to them, then at some point, when you monetize the content, they wouldn't even mind. You understand? And you can do the monetization through the merchandise and all those things. So please, the money be too much. Everybody, how do I make money from YouTube? You can make money. By the end of the day, what are you providing to your audience? If you don't have it, you don't have money. Because YouTube works with content, and they monetize the content to pay you. So if you don't have it, what are you doing? So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kwadwo Sheldon. The head is big for a reason. And more questions, yeah.
AKA Lil Duku. So give them. So I took 3 things: zeal, data, value. You should have the zeal to want to do this thing. You should always check your metrics and know what's happening. And you should provide your followers or subscribers value for what they clicked to watch. Yeah? So we are taking 5 questions again. Step forward. The man in green.
Okay, I think this comment thing is a problem to most of us, what people will say. And I've observed Delays YouTube page for some time. She mutes her content. Yeah, exactly. Is it something you recommend if you are worried about what people will say?
Okay, so
Delay is an established name. Delay doesn't need engagement to boost or push his content in the news feed, you understand? The engagement you get on a video will determine where the algorithm will push your video to. Delay has reached that level that she doesn't need that form of, once she drops the content, it is going to go on the trend list. So Delay, that is not a problem. You as an upcoming or emerging creator, you can't turn off your comment section. Because engagement they contribute to.
Quiet, please. Guys.
If you people don't keep quiet,
guys in the back, please.
Please, let us all respect ourselves. and create content. Now, as an upcoming or emerging creator, you don't have to, when you mute the comment section, please, no. You have like 1,000 subscribers and you are muting like 3 people that will comment for you. It doesn't work that way. That is why I said that is delayed scoping mechanism, because at where she did right now, she doesn't need the comment to even push her content into the newsfeed, you understand? But you as an emerging creator, you need to allow people, you need to allow diverse opinion. See, when you go to WhatsApp, sometimes I will do a Yawa of the day content. When you read the comments, bro, it's like, people will come for you. So it depends on how, sometimes I don't even read the comment. I just dip. Because if you want to read it, you go be emotional. Where the whole day, you don't go to continue on the create. So I wouldn't advise you to mute your comment section as a creator, emerging creator.
Nice one. Okay, next question.
Yeah, can you please share with us how come your YouTube account was terminated and how you resolved that?
Okay, so so one day my account was terminated, and this is what happened. Someone hacked the account and started streaming unscrupulous content that is not in line with my platform. I had my 2-factor authentication and all those things on, but I think that the person actually wanted to do the job, wanted to hack it, so the person hacked it and started streaming things about cryptocurrency. That is not what I do on my platform. So YouTube detected that and disabled the account, like they deleted the account. So because the fault is not coming from, my end, no, I had to fill a form telling them what had happened to my account. They told me to send my channel URL and all those things. And within 2 days it was resolved. Because the problem wasn't coming from me. And someone told me that it was phishing. Someone phished my information and used it against me, you understand? So the website, some of you, you use Google Chrome to search and all those things. Some of these websites, they are closed and all those things. They will mine your information and use it against you. So you have to be careful about some of the websites that you go. I'm sure everyone here has the 2-factor authentication, or if you don't have it, then leave the house. Leave the room. Because you need to, it's supposed to be on. That is like the security lining for you. The safest way to safeguard your platform. If you don't have it on, then you are doomed. But once again, you have to look at some of these things, because at the end of the day, I felt like someone used my Google Chrome to search for some website and all those things, and they mined my information and used it against me. But once again, it wasn't from me. So I was able to get it back in like within 2 days and all those things. But then Kanbi, because it was, yes, I nearly died.
You're alive.
So next question here, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gis from the French Caribbean. I wanted to understand, besides receiving money from YouTube, is there some kind of taxes you need to pay when your audience is from America or whatever? Is it?
Yeah.
Great question.
People will start crying. Have they deducted the tax?
That's it.
When my revenue came in last month, I have like 10% of my audience coming from the US, and that is what they are going to place the tax on. So imagine. But you see, yes, so you are supposed to pay tax to the US government based on the fact that there are people consuming content from the US. We don't have a structure yet, but by now we will stop the YouTube. Please don't tell GRA. Yes. It has not. If you tell GRA, then everyone will let this. Yes, so you need to, yes, there are taxes that you are supposed to pay, and you pay it. And they have structures over there that will deduct it. But when they send it from their end and they bring it here, I don't think our system here will tax you and all those things. Please don't go and tell anybody. This is supposed to be a secret.
Oh.
Okay, so next question.
Please don't post the video.
We're told to put ourselves out there, so the Dreams TV from YouTube, right? So this is personal, right? I would like you to share so that we can learn, right? So when you put out a video and you know in your heart, and based on maybe 1 or 2, 3 comments, you know that it was a good job. You know, you put in the work, but the views don't equate the work. If you understand what I mean? So personally, how do you deal with it? You know by yourself, you know that you did a good job, and people have said so in the comment section, but you're not seeing the views.
Great content that is supposed to fetch you the views, but it's not fetching the views. What do you do?
So with this, if you believe in the content, you spend a specific amount of money on the content, but you're not getting the organic views that you expect. I don't normally advise because I don't believe in paying to boost your content and all that. But if you believe in the potency of the content, I feel like in the YouTube space, you can try and spend, let's say, $10, $20 to boost it to a wider audience, you understand? Because you can't let the content just go like that. So there are some content, you spend huge sums of money on it. And I mean, it's not bad when you boost your content. You are just trying to put the content out that, okay, this is what I've been doing. And maybe through that, people will even come and subscribe to your channel. But this is it. When I started my YouTube videos, I think the first video had like, is it 10 views or something? I don't know. The first video I placed on YouTube was a skit. It had like 10 views. With me, I always tell people that it is consistency. You see, you keep creating, you don't stop. Because you have 10 views or 30 views or 100, you know the means you have to stop. You need to keep creating. Also, try to distribute. Content distribution is something our people here don't get it. They just create the content and the content sits on YouTube. Now, if the algorithm is not pushing your content in the news feed, you are doomed. So find ways and means to distribute your content. If you are going to copy the link and share it in YouTube, Facebook groups, Twitter, your WhatsApp, try to do that. Personally, I have the audience, but when I do it out of the day, I get like 1 minute of the content, share it on all my other social platforms too. Redirect people to the platform, you understand? You might be having, let's say, 10,000 followers on Instagram, and you have 100 subscribers on YouTube. When you create the content, don't let it sit on the YouTube channel. Try to use your other social platform to activate, you understand, engagement about it. So that that is what I do with my Yawa of the day. Now, I wake up and I go on Twitter, I set the agenda, and I redirect all of them to the YouTube and make money out of them. If you are here, please don't. That is how it works. Use your socials to activate conversations about your content and redirect them to them. Don't let it just sit there like you have created a new content and you expect YouTube to distribute it for you. Like intentional, distribute your own content.
Okay, thank you very much. So guys, please let's maintain some level of silence.